Hello and welcome to Haircut and the Beard. My name is Vader, aka Haircut, and I'm joined by my gloriously bearded co-host, Rob the Beard Brown. How are you, Rob?
I'm really good, except for the fact I'm a little bit sick, but I'll man up. Man up.
I noticed that you're growing a couple of red hairs in your beard.
Yes, yeah, they've been there a long time.
Is that related to the sickness?
I hope not. I think they've been around a while.
Fair enough.
You don't like catch red beard. It's just a thing you have to deal with.
You know what? I knew a guy from high school that caught red beard.
Really? What are the symptoms?
He died shortly after.
Turned to a life of being a pirate, or
What have you been up to this week?
I went away. I went to Healesville. That's such an Australian sentence, isn't it? But yeah, it was really good. Except for we were basically in a murder house. Like, it was this big, empty, like, there was 4 people staying in a house that could easily have like 12 people there. And we watched a horror movie on the first night.
Oh, I know.
And on night 2, you could hear like these, and we were in the middle of the bush, like basically. You look outside the window, it's pitch black. Like, it was the murder house. But it was fun. I had a good time.
I'd like to welcome to the program a very special guest. You might remember this guest from other programs.
Maybe.
Other episodes.
Maybe.
It's special guest, the girl.
Hello.
She's back.
She's back.
Better than ever.
She's back for her 11th episode.
And I got a mouthful of licorice.
Hey. So Toomey basically got replaced. Is that?
Well, he was a special guest, just like all special guest stars. They can come and go at the director's discretion.
I like to think
You're not being subtle at all.
I like to think that it was just like Jules said one thing out of place, but like, banned, 1 episode, you're out.
There's no second chance.
I insulted the beard.
If you got kicked off the podcast for insulting the beard, let's face it would just be the beard show.
Yeah.
Like, I'd just be on it by myself.
I would have been booed in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Episode 1, 5 minutes long. If this is your first time listening to the show, we like to talk about movies and TV and pop culture and fun stuff like that. We generally start off with some news. We move on to talking about the feature, which is the name of the episode. Today, what's the feature, Rob?
Today, we're going to be talking about an amazing new action film, like lots of explosions.
You know what? Say no more. People already know what it is.
They do.
So
after that, we're going to be playing a fun little game called Filmin In The Blanks with the girl, and she's going to guide us through that.
And another little game
called
Now Buschemi, Now You Don't.
That's
I love
awesome.
it already.
She's springing that one on us, but it's
surprise.
So if you're listening to this, we need your help. We'd love for you guys to hit us up on Twitter at HaircutBeard and tell us what you think of the show. And also jump onto iTunes and find us, Haircut and the Beard. Do a search, and you'll see us there. We're under Listen Now, Haircut and the Beard. Give us a review. Give us a 5-star rating, and then write a little comment about what you think of us, because it helps us get our name out there. Let's move on to some news.
Let's do it.
First item of news here: the new trailer for Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice came out at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I
don't.
Go on.
For people listening to this, not sitting in our living room, you didn't see me give the squirrel face.
Yeah.
But I don't get versus movies, man. Alien vs Predator, Superman vs Batman. I don't care for them.
I think in comic book culture, the versus concept is very, very common. Batman vs Superman, Wolverine vs the Hulk, all that kind of stuff.
Two worlds collide.
Yeah, two worlds collide. It's a chance to see like your favorite heroes working together or working against each other, and it's kind of fun. I'm excited for this. I was one of the very few people that liked the first Superman.
Yeah.
And I've always liked Batman, although Batfleck, yet to be convinced.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll be there. I'll watch this. I'm excited. It's my kind of thing.
The thing about this one in particular that kind of ruins it is that Superman obviously is the winner. He's literally an alien that has super strength, and Batman is just a guy in a suit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like an ant versus a lion.
I feel like right now I'm like that kid in primary school that his mates like, my dad could beat up your dad. I'm just like getting, no, definitely not. Definitely not. 100%. You're totally wrong. In the comics, apparently, I haven't actually read this, but I was talking to one of my more nerdy friends recently. The Batman and Superman obviously squared off and went head to head, and Batman kind of got the upper hand because he used his intelligence to get to him, and you know, he did all this kind of stuff where he sort of had things in place that if he sort of lost, that things would happen to his family and all this kind of stuff. You know? So he used his intelligence to sort of...
More strategic.
Yeah.
Whereas Superman doesn't have that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but he doesn't need it. He's literally got super strength and lightning speed. He can dodge a bullet.
In the real world, let's face it, man versus Superman, in any context, I don't care how many like cool toys you've got, you're going to lose. But... guaranteed, Batman will do some cool stuff.
Yeah, they won't make it a
one-sided.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just 2 hours of Superman just stomping, like into the ground, just destroying Batman.
One thing I never got with Superman is why does he even bother dodging a bullet? Because it's not going to pierce his skin.
Yeah.
It's just going to bounce off. He's a man of steel. Like, why does he even bother dodging it?
Because that's really impressive in slow motion.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It does make for a better film.
Might ruin his suit as well.
True. And imagine how many times he's got to sew up his suit. There's nerds at home right now that are like, his suit is actually made from a special material. It doesn't actually take damage. Hey, we just alienated half of our audience.
Exactly. That's that demographic. Don't alienate them, please. Kel, you're a big fan of Goosebumps.
Sure. We have a massive collection at home.
Yeah. They're making a movie.
Really?
About it. And there was a trailer that came out. It's going to be released in October. And... they've found a clever way of integrating all of the stories.
All of them?
Not all of them, obviously.
Because that would be an epic mess.
Yeah, that'd be a long fucking film.
That would be a real overload of costumes as
I
well.
can imagine.
But they found a cool way. Basically, I'm not giving anything away, but when I say this, you'll see it in the trailer. Basically, it's like about an author of some sort that has these magical books that if they're opened, unlocks the creature that he's written into them.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so that, you know, these kids get into and unlock all these abominable snowmen and
so is this a universe where the Goosebumps books exist?
Yeah, is it the Goosebumps books that they're opening?
Yeah, kind of, but I don't think they're called Goosebumps. I think they'd be called something else, or they're just like journal entries, or I don't know exactly precisely what it is, but...
Are you excited?
Movie.
Girl?
Yeah, I mean, it was more my brother who was into it growing up, but I did grab the odd one and choose my own adventure, which ultimately always ended in death.
No, but as long as your thumb's still on the first page, you can go back and you can redecide.
And it's like, no one even knows anyway, but you feel so guilty about going back. Kind of looking over your shoulder, like, do they know I'm cheating?
Yeah.
I think it says a lot about me that I never felt that guilt. Oh. That was never something that bothered me.
I mean, I don't know why I did. It's just a book. Like, really, what are the stakes?
One thing just that I thought of with Goosebumps is in not the Choose Your Own Adventure ones, the other ones, the standard Goosebumps, no one ever dies. If you go and read them, no one ever dies.
Are they teens? Are they for teens or are they like...
Oh, preteen.
Preteen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
'cause I don't think I've ever
10
read
to
one.
12-ish.
Yeah,
You'd
I
be
just like
reading
the
them.
covers. I just like to look at the
Oh,
covers.
did you like the 3D ones?
I never saw them.
Really?
There's
They'd
3D
have like
covers?
glow paint sort of on them,
Ooh.
and they'd be all lumpy where the dripping goo was.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
I'll see if we've got one. I'll bring it in.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
They also, this is off topic, but speaking of 3D, you know they actually axed the 3D component of Fantastic Four. It's only going to be released 2D now.
Really?
Good. I hate 3D.
There's been a bit of backlash around 3D recently.
Gives me such a headache.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind the look of it. I just don't find it's worth paying an extra $3 or $4 to see the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think it adds anything really.
Yeah.
I personally like 3D if it's done well, but I mean, a lot of the time it's done in 2D and then add the 3D effects later.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
Yeah. And I hate it when a film, like, specifically changes the way it's being shot just so it'll look better in 3D.
To accommodate the 3D, yeah.
Christopher Nolan, the guy that did, like, Batman and Memento, and, you know, he did a lot of really, really cool movies, obviously. He's very much spoken out in the past about, like, you know, no, I'm just doing my films my way, and, like, studios are trying to get him to go 3D. He's like, no.
Not going to do it.
Do it my way.
Good.
I respect that.
Yeah.
The trailer for Walking Dead Season 6 came out. Yeah. And also the spin-off, Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, really? Is there a trailer for that?
Yeah, dude.
I'm excited for that.
It's alright.
You're not too keen?
I don't know. It's hard to see the characters because the trailer's all about the concept. Like, yes, it's prequel to Walking Dead. It's like as the virus is being released, kind of thing. Because we never saw any of that in Walking Dead. But it's ultimately a show. More than 1 or 2 episodes is driven by like cool characters.
Yeah.
So, I'll just have to watch it and find out.
I'd be intrigued to see. I think that's always a fun part of the zombie film. Is the initial outbreak where there's still people going about their day-to-day business when a zombie comes and rips their child out of their backyard or something like that. It's always a fun moment.
No one's prepared. It's just that initial primal fear.
I do enjoy that. So, I mean, I'll give it a crack, but I'm sure it'll be all right.
I'm a little over zombies at the moment, to be honest. I think we've been saturated with them.
They really have. I think in the past, like, there used to be phases with films and all that kind of stuff, but when we go through phases in the industry now, it is epic.
Full on. Yeah.
Like, you're talking about like video games, movies, books, like
just everything.
Everything has a zombie version of it.
Yeah, and then you go to the supermarket and everything has zombies plastered across it because it's the hot new thing.
Zombie pasta sauce would be hard to market, don't you reckon?
No.
I don't think so. Just call it like blood and guts.
True.
Yum.
And like market it to kids.
Okay, done.
Right.
I'd be
Kids
surprised
pasta
if
sauce.
that doesn't exist already.
It probably does.
Something like
$1 billion
that.
idea, guys. Stop the podcast.
Haircuts pitch.
Speaking of pasta,
You're
No,
getting
it's-
really good at...
I was so excited for that. That was going to be gold.
just a brilliant segue.
Speaking of pasta, dinner anyone?
Speaking of TV, I was going to say, Quentin Tarantino has said at Comic-Con as well that he would consider doing a TV show after The Hateful Eight.
Wow.
So what do you think he would do?
That's
What
cool.
would he do? Would he do zombies?
God, I hope not.
You know what I'd like to see? Just whether there's like consistent characters or not. I'd just like to see, similar to how in Pulp Fiction it's like a lot of sort of little stories that tie in. Like I'd like to see his take on that expanded. Like these couple of characters going through things, and these people interact through this way, and very tangled web. I'd like to see that, but expanded.
So basically, you want to see Pulp Fiction TV show.
But not with those characters. Like, some things are sacred, but
Original cast?
yeah.
Bruce Willis has still got it.
True.
Got what?
Just it.
Actually, out of the 3 main people in that, you've got Travolta, you've got Sam Jackson, you've got
Uma.
Uma. I don't know about Uma, but the rest of those guys can still get on camera and do some cool shit.
Yeah,
What are you
and
saying
they
about women as they age in the industry, Robbie?
I don't know. Oh my god, I'm scared now.
But a lot of those actors would have matured their acting abilities as well since then.
True.
So maybe Bruce Willis can have his Matthew McConaughey.
Is Bruce Willis-a-sance?
Willis-a-sance.
Willis-a-sance? That sounds
He just does
delicious.
everything in a French accent. Yep.
Perfect segue into Wesley Snipes. Apparently, he's had talks with Marvel to reprise the role of Blade
I heard about this.
in
Yeah.
new movies. Do you reckon it'll happen though? I don't think it'll happen.
What else has he got going on? Didn't he go for prison for a little bit?
It was a tax dodge, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pay taxes, people. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
especially
that
when
hard.
you got enough money.
Wesley Snipes, if you're listening to this,
Pay
Yeah,
taxes.
Wesley, come on.
pay taxes.
You know what? I like those films. They're okay.
I mean, they were so good for the time.
Yeah.
And I remember Blade 3. I went and saw the movies, and Ryan Reynolds was in it. It was fucking great.
Yeah. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I like Ryan Reynolds. He's got his own comic book stuff going on with. He's doing Deadpool, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
Green Lantern was awful, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, what a flop.
He copped it over that.
That's it for news. Anything in video game news?
Yeah, just a couple of quick ones. So I thought this was a really cute story. There was a guy and a girl. They're very much in love, and the girl plays a lot of Zelda.
The girl does.
No, the girl, yeah, not this girl, another girl.
There are other girls.
There's other girls,
Whoa.
yeah. Basically, she's playing a Zelda, and what he's done is he's modded the game. Yeah. So once she finishes it, it's like the old Zelda, like top-down Nintendo, like NES era, right?
Yeah.
So he's modded it and played with the music and the graphics and all this kind of stuff. So when she finishes the game, she goes into this room, and there's a little picture of her and a little picture of him, and it comes up down the bottom instead of like the usual ending to the game. It's like, "Will you marry me?"
No.
And it plays like a song that means a lot to him, and like she's huge into bunnies and all that kind of stuff, and her character's got little bunny ears and all that kind of stuff. I just think it's really sweet because you wouldn't see that coming, you know.
Imagine if she just could never finish the game, though.
Yeah. Or like really took a long time, like years, and the guy's since left her. And like, she couldn't even finish the
Or
game.
like
why would I even marry? Like,
Her little, nephew's over playing, and then he uncovers the ending.
The nephew finishes it. Yes, okay, I'll marry you. I'm 4 though.
Is that okay? I'm just thinking of like every time I've played games with like a missus, it can sometimes get very frustrating. And just imagine, like, she's just on that last boss, just getting ready to get to the bit, and he's like, "All right, just, yep, okay, yep. Just, can you please just hit him from the left?" And by the time it's finally finished,
Babe, let me do it. Yeah. Do it. Yes, I'll marry
storms
myself.
out the room, like,
and all the romance is gone.
Yeah.
I think, that's a risky proposal.
It is. It is. I've seen, you know what? I've actually seen quite a few proposals done through video games, like mods and that kind of stuff. There's a really beautiful Portal one. The game Portal.
Yeah.
Where basically the room that she walks into turns into a giant chapel, and it sort of rises up, and like all the the seats come up and everything like that. It's a normal room, but then it just transforms into a chapel. Absolutely brilliant. And some cool. It's worth a quick Google. The other one, this is really weird. This is really, really weird stuff. So, you know how there's Nintendo and there's like Xbox and you've got Sony and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the different console manufacturers.
Yeah, like, it's weird to think of them having any kind of dealings together. But recently, a guy was going through his garage or his basement or something, and he came across a Nintendo-looking box. It looked like a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it had Sony labeling on it. And it was basically called the Nintendo PlayStation.
Whoa.
What?
Which, in our world, like now, seems like anarchy. Like, it seems like an alternate dimension. But it was a real thing. Apparently, 200 of these were made. It was back before the PlayStation existed.
Yeah.
Sony and Nintendo were going to make a console together, and one of them actually exists.
So they were going to collab instead of making the disc PlayStation.
Exactly. They were going to basically, Sony was going to make the disc component, link it up with Nintendo. There's a CD game that came with it.
Yeah.
No one knows what's on it yet. Where it could be
cool.
something totally random. But obviously the deal went bad. Sony went off and made the PlayStation, and now they're kind of trouncing Nintendo in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so that was kind of when they were first trying to break into gaming and gaming consoles, right?
Very much so, yeah. But just quickly Google it, because it just looks like one of those things that's been photoshopped, but it isn't. Like, it's just such a bizarre thing for...
We'll have to pop it up on the Twitter.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. Just have a read through it as well. It was kind of cute because the kid found it. And this thing, like, to gaming nerds, this thing is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of. I wonder how much that would sell for.
Well, a console that's not even anywhere near as rare sold for like $40,000 recently on eBay. But he's like, "Oh, look, my dad's not very, very well off. He's a bit broke, so I think he might sell it." I thought that was kind of cute.
What would you rather? Would you rather have one of those? One of the Sony... what is it called?
Nintendo PlayStation, I think it was called.
Or a date with Steve Buschemi.
That's a weird one.
It's a very, very weird
Like
hypothetical.
a whole one day. You get a whole day, not just like an evening dinner. You get to do whatever you want with Buschemi.
I think it was the word choice of date made that weird.
Yeah.
Like a mandate.
I got a beard. I can't
Just hang
date
out.
men. It's just a thing. Like, I've got a
I
slight
don't think
version.
there's any gay bearded men.
Yeah, no, there is.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I see him at the beard meetings.
Oh, really? You sure that's not the gay meetings?
Oh, I've been going to the wrong meetings. Great.
Oh, God.
I'd probably go to console. Even though I do like Steve Buscemi, I'd probably... I wouldn't want to go on a date with him.
I'd probably take the Buschemi option, to be honest. I think I'd get more value from that.
Fair enough.
You could get more monetary value from the console and more sort of life experience from the Buschemi.
I mean, Buschemi.
That's a great story.
What's the name of the game that we're playing later?
Now Buschemi, now you don't.
Now Buschemi, now you don't. That's great.
And it's a good title.
I didn't come up with it. I wish I had.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Respect plummets.
brilliant. So that's pretty much it for gaming news. Unless you want to talk about that weird Google machine that's going to kill us all.
No, I'm good. So the feature of this episode is, of course,
Terminator Genisys. What? Hold on. We're talking about Terminator, right?
No, Turkey Shoot.
What's Turkey? What?
Dude, you said to me in a text, I've still got it, says, this episode will do the latest action blockbuster.
Yeah, that would be
and
Terminator.
I said, say no more. I know what it is.
Okay. Does this have anything to do with the fact that you may have been an extra on this film, or...?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know very well what he's talking about.
Okay, how about, look, I'll concede the point. How about we have a chat about yours a little bit, and we'll talk about my one a little bit too.
So, just to clarify, Turkey Shoot is the feature of this episode. And it is the latest action blockbuster. It's, I'll just read you the little blurb thingy.
Yeah.
From IMDb. In the wake of a shocking civilian massacre in a foreign war zone, disgraced Navy SEAL Rick Tyler is sentenced to rot in maximum security prison. He's offered the opportunity to put his life on the line and win his freedom. A one-man force of nature, Tyler will have to take on or take down some of the most ruthless killers in some of the world's most brutal locations to win the game. And obtain his freedom. So if he basically wins and kills or doesn't allow himself to be killed through these variety of TV show style levels, he wins.
So were they
freedom.
trying to kill him as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So their job is to... It's kind
Yeah,
of like
they're
Survivor,
like
but real.
highly
Sounds like very Running
trained
Man.
assassins.
Have you guys seen Running Man or read the novel?
Yeah, kind of like that. It's got a lot of kind of themes of Hunger Games and that sort of thing as well.
It sounds interesting.
I have some news. I was actually a part of it.
Oh, really?
I co-starred with Dominic Purcell.
Co-starred?
Yeah, he's from Prison Break. I don't know. You might not know him. Of course, you know me. Yeah, Dominic Purcell, of course, you know from Prison Break. Well, you might not really know him, but...
How could you forget those abs?
He found him. But I co-starred with him. Well, he co-starred with me, really, on the show.
Okay.
You can find me at the 14-minute mark in 25 seconds.
Okay.
I'm one of the...
It's a very specific time point for a co-star.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm introduced, where my character is introduced.
Yeah.
And you do see my character develop through
So
a variety of
what's your arc? Like what?
Well, basically, I start out
Or is
sitting...
it more of a dot?
I start out... Well, basically, my character arc is that I start out sitting in like an audience chair, and I really struggle with the fact that I'm sitting. And so what I do is I actually stand up,
Okay.
and I cheer.
Brilliant.
Because you're just that excited to be out of that chair.
See, it took me a couple of takes because I'm that excited to kind of change and develop as a character. And then later, of course, some stuff happens, and I kind of regress into like a booing, hissing state of mind. And so I just express that to the camera and the audience.
Did you give your... Is your character got a name?
You know what? We didn't actually... I don't want to go into that. You'll have to go watch the film because it kind of adds to the mystery.
I like to think that if I was an extra, I'd have this really...
Well, dude. Okay. Don't be calling me an extra. All right?
If I was a co-star in a film that had very, very small amount of lines, I'd like give my character like a name and a backstory and a reason that he's there, even if it's not relevant at all. Even if it just pans past me and I'm in the background, I'm like, the reason he was there is because of X, Y, and Z, and you know he's from the wrong side of town, and you know.
Well, my character, I grew a mustache for that scene, so.
Did you?
Yeah, I grew a mustache for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll see that in there. I'm the one on the far right.
You
with the
grew
mustache.
that mustache for a long time.
It took me a while to get it to a length where I was happy with it.
Where you felt it really suited the character.
Yep.
Were you actually asked to grow a mustache?
Negatory.
Look, you
I
know
don't
what?
think anyone has ever asked him to grow a mustache, let's be honest.
It was basically a conflict between me and the producers. They were like, look, we kind of don't want you to have it because you look like a creep.
Yep. You really did look a bit creepy.
And I was like, you know what, I think it's part of the character. You know, he has this state midway through, you know, midpoint in the character arc where he's kind of in this booing, hissing state of mind. He just feels that he needs to express that to the audience. And the mustache really plays into how he feels.
Okay.
And then, of course, towards the end, you don't actually see his character develop more, but it's implied through the whole story.
We know that in the background, a lot happens.
Yeah,
There's
you don't need
really
to see it to know that it happened.
Oh, you do need to see the film, though.
No, I mean, yeah, the film definitely.
Have you seen it?
I personally have only seen a couple of minutes,
Okay, yep.
but
Great,
I will commit to watch the rest of it.
Now that you know what's ahead of you.
Yeah.
Such a
it sounds
powerful
like it's
performance.
really meaty, really, really deep stuff.
You know what? Definitely one of the biggest blockbusters to hit the movie screen. I didn't say big screen because it didn't have a cinematic release.
Brilliant. Either way, I'm actually legitimately impressed. Like, I think it's kind of cool,
Well, when I heard the name Turkey Shoot, I thought it was just going to be a shoot 'em up in Turkey. So
I thought it was a porno, personally.
I can see how you'd make that mistake.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I was kind of impressed by the concept, actually. I went in without any idea of what we were in for. And honestly, we only thought there might be the slightest chance that the camera would pan by.
Oh, really?
Catch a glimpse of
Because it was
young
a whole
haircut.
audience, but it just happened to be fixated on me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was funny.
Did you consider doing any weird stuff in the background?
Yeah, but the thing is if I did that, the directors would have cut my
Remove you.
scenes.
Yeah.
very professional approach.
Have you seen there's some really, really cool footage of extras that have actually made it into the film doing really weird stuff? There's one in Wild Things, the film with that awesome lesbian scene. That's just what I remember about it.
I think that's all it's known for.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's an extra that just waves at the camera. He's just sitting there all serious and then he's just with one hand waving and it makes it in.
Nice.
And there's another one where a guy apparently, you Google this because it's worth a watch. In Teen Wolf, there's a guy that's got his cock out.
Oh, God.
Have you ever seen
Actually,
that?
I think I've heard of that, yeah.
Oh, no.
And he's just got his fly down, his cock's just doing a bit of a dangle, and it made it into the film. And it's one of those things that it was in there for years before anyone actually goes, hold on, that guy's got his cock out.
What a life achievement, though.
Yeah, I agree. I'd be telling every person I ever met, hey, I'm that guy that had his cock out in that film, just so you know, I'm in Teen Wolf with my dick out.
So,
Oh, brilliant.
overall, fantastic film. You know what?
You really haven't talked a lot about the film.
You don't need to.
It's mainly about his arc.
I
and
do
his
have
thing.
one issue with it, though.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Is,
One? Sorry. That was snarky.
yes, just one that I'll bring up
Okay.
because haircut's in the room.
Yep. Go on.
He's incarcerated
Yes.
for murder,
Right.
war crimes.
Yeah.
Apparently,
War crimes.
yeah, the quote is for life plus 1,000 years.
Okay, yep. Makes sense.
And then to gain freedom, he's going to kill people. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but it's for entertainment. It's okay.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, this is an alternate future where murder TV shows are the regular.
It just doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah.
If you want to get out for doing something bad, shouldn't you do something good?
So overall, Turkey Shoot, fantastic movie. I'd
Yep.
give it.
How's it doing on IMDb? Just before you...
I wasn't going to ask it.
There's a slight disagreement with the IMDb audience and myself on this one, but it's a solid 8 turkeys out of 10. So jump on it, check it out, and notice that I actually have 2 credits because the director thought I was that good that he actually put
Really?
me in twice. Yeah.
I think he just didn't realise that you wrote your name in 2 different ways.
Yeah, but I'm still in there twice. Look it up. David Vader in the credits.
Really? Does that mean you, have you created an IMDb page for yourself yet?
No, but I will.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
You know what? That's a big ambition of mine to be on IMDb in some context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A movie about you.
Yeah.
Just
that's
you with
it.
your cock out.
Yeah, me with my cock out.
A boy with his cock out.
It's the best chance I've got of getting on IMDb. Just flop my cock out, give it a crack,
The girl, what do you think about Turkey Shoot? What's your rating?
Before I give you my rating, I'll quickly comment on the fact that it did exceed my expectations. I thought it was going to be ridiculous, which it was, but in an entertaining way.
Yeah.
And I actually thought the sort of combat scenes were pretty good. There was some good acting.
Okay.
I believe that people were legit struggling for their lives.
That's good.
Yeah, so I will give it, and it's slightly biased by having haircut in it, obviously, because
Yeah.
it was hilarious the first time he appeared on screen. I'll give it.
I'm looking forward to that.
6.5 turkeys.
Hey.
6.5 turkeys. That's
Not bad.
that's pretty good.
And if you're
Pretty
listening
good.
to this podcast audience, just jump on a Turkey Shoot on IMDb and give us a good 9 or 10 rating. Help bump up the score.
I think just to help people find it, I think it is also known as
Elimination game.
the elimination game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find it, and I found it easier when I looked up that specifically. So just worth a note.
Yeah, or just look up Dominic Purcell and
Yeah.
his most recent sort of flicks.
So speaking about films where you've got to totally suspend your disbelief a little bit, I saw Terminator Genisys.
And
Okay, just before we go into it, we all watched Terminator 2 recently, didn't we?
Yeah,
to
we've
catch up
done
for
the-
movie.
Yeah.
Done the refresher.
Oh, Terminator 1 and 2 you guys did as well,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah,
They're
that
good
was
films.
my first time seeing both of them.
Really? What did you think? I'm interested as someone, like, because they're quite old now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the first one, because I'm so used to modern effects.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it, and it was really awesome to see those famous lines being delivered.
Yeah, because I'm sure, like, even without ever seeing that, you've
Yeah.
heard them a gazillion times.
Million
from
times.
The Simpsons and just reference.
Yeah,
elsewhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And I've even used them,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
I'll be back.
Yeah. Get
Jock
out.
douchebag. Jock douchebag. That line, when I was a kid, in Terminator 2,
Yeah.
that line just spread like a virus through my my primary school, high school, whatever.
I don't even remember that
Yeah, I don't
line.
know
Don't
that
you?
one.
For me, it was a very
asshole.
memorable line.
What's another one? Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
I just love the slow motion montage where the mum's looking at Terminator like he's going to be his father figure, and they're like quickly like doing high fives,
high fives,
and then
yeah.
doing thumbs up really slowly. It's just
Yeah.
so hilarious. I
It's
just love Robot Arnie.
He's great at being a robot. Like, and I don't mean that as an insult, but he's very good at doing the robotic.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a robot.
Just keeping that blank, expressionless face. And
yeah. So I love Terminator 2. It was my childhood. I've probably seen that film easily, I reckon, 40, 50 times. Like a legitimate, no exaggeration.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I was the perfect age for that film to just mean the world to me,
Yeah.
you know, especially the second one. It was so good. So coming into this, like, I was scared and with good right. So I saw this at the drive-in. Have you guys... I'm going to spoil something quickly, but only stuff that's been shown in the trailer, because I know that you guys will see it. Mm-hmm. We know that John Connor comes back and like he's sent back in time from the future, and he's a robot of some sort.
Okay, yep.
Right? This is information that's in the trailer. I knew this going in, but it was still a little bit infuriating when it happened. So I'm in the drive-in at the point when he shows up. 3 cars in the drive-in just turned their lights on and took off. Like,
Wow.
Really?
These are people that I don't think, knew much about what was going on, from social media, or they haven't read up on it or anything like that, didn't know that was going to happen. They probably hadn't seen that trailer. They're just like, new Terminator, shit, I love Terminator 1 and 2, I'm going to go see that. And it basically just takes a big, in my opinion, steaming turd all over the first 2 films, which is really not good.
Well, this, just to put it in context, though, this was a doubleheader. We saw a different film first, and
Yeah.
this was the second, right?
It was,
So
yeah.
a lot of people would be just like, they finished the first film, and they're like, you know what? Let's give it 5 minutes. Let's check out what happens, and then they take off.
This is 30 minutes into the film, though.
Yeah, but
like, it's not at the very start.
But I'm saying it's not the equivalent of someone buying a ticket, sitting in a seat, and then getting up and walking out of the theater.
This is true. This is true. But it was just funny there was like a trigger moment.
Yeah.
That
They
people
didn't
are
sort of
just-
slowly peter out. It was like that
at the
moment.
same time,
yeah.
it's like, fuck this, I'm out. And you know what? At that moment, I respected these people. But just to give you... I won't spend a lot of time going into it, but if it was a standalone film and the Terminator, like, it wasn't related to Terminator, it'd be kind of cool. You need like, the action was impressive, like, it was kind of funky, but you need a fucking, like, a chalkboard and like, you need to do multiple diagrams to be able to explain the story. If you're
it's confusing.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's not necessarily confusing, but it's layered. You know?
Okay.
Is there a lot of time travel, or is it just once?
Yeah, multiple.
That annoys me.
It's in multiple, and you know what? There's things in there that that just is stupid. You know,
Yeah.
like, if you really think about it, you're like, no, not buying it. You know, it's a bit dumb. And it basically makes the first 2 films, and this happens very, very early on, so not a spoiler, and it kind of was hinted at from the trailer. It basically makes the first 2 films never have happened.
They're just obsolete now.
Obsolete, yeah. Like that they're in a timeline that has never happened now.
That kind of ruins
That's
it a little bit.
really
It
unfortunate.
totally does, yeah.
Now, Rise of the Machines, which was Terminator 3,
Yeah.
that did have Arnie in it.
It did, yeah.
For a small part, right? It wasn't huge.
Very small. It was, well, no, actually, sorry. The fourth one, he was a very, very small part. I think he was only in it in CG, but the third one, he was in it a decent amount. Like, he was one of the Terminators, but...
So what about those two? Are those two...
Gone as
3
well.
and 4 just ruined.
But you can consider this a bit of a reboot, I suppose you'd say. Like, it's kind of starting again and giving us new directions to head in. The action was amazing. Arnie was at his best.
Oh,
it
cool.
was basically, if you had a continuation of that Arnie that you know from Terminator 2, that's like starting to learn the lingo a little bit, he's, giving people thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. Imagine if he'd been around for 40 years, like living with humans. It's basically that.
So it's like a well-adapted robot.
Yeah. All in all, like, if it was standalone, I really enjoyed it. But as a film that is... I mean, it's a huge legacy. You've got these characters and these... it's been around for, 35 years or so, the Terminator series. You don't decanonize? I don't know if that's the right word. Like, stuff that's been around and been a part of people's lives for a long time. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
You feel like it's been disrespectful.
Yeah. Good action.
I got a question. How did they talk around the fact that Arnie has aged quite a bit?
They actually handle it really well.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I'd give it a big thumbs up.
How many Edward Furlongs out of 10?
I would give it probably a 6.8 furlongs.
So up next, we have the girl taking us through Filmin in the Blanks.
Yeah, and then I'll hit you with that other new game. So we all remember
Let's do it.
Film in the Blanks. This is the one that challenges you to come up with words. I've sort of written up like
Mad Libs, right?
Yeah, it's like Mad Libs, but it's the plot for a movie.
Okay, cool.
And I'll ask you guys to take it in turns and give me the type of word that I ask for.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And then I'll read it out and see what magical creation we come up with.
Yeah.
Haircut. What is a special occasion?
A bar mitzvah.
Beard. What's a male name?
Joseph.
That's great.
Nice.
That is great. It's a real Jewish name too.
It's a solid name. Jewish name.
His last name's Leibowitz.
Ooh.
Just for the record.
Can I grab a noun from you?
A portobello mushroom.
Give me these really long words that I have to write down. I wrote porabolo. That'll do.
Yeah. It's about right.
A verb?
Which one are they again?
A doing word.
Doing word.
He looked so scared.
Yeah. Doing word. Sprinting.
Sprinting.
Yeah. Not just running, but sprinting.
Running really fast.
Yeah.
Haircut. A type of furniture.
Car seat.
Okay. It's very specific. What's an essential item?
Ooh.
Speaking of psychology.
Yep. Your lucky rabbit's foot.
You okay?
Brilliant.
Last one. A noun.
Ooh, I like nouns. A green tree frog.
Okay. This is going to be really weird.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
That's what we hope for.
Yeah. You guys have been really creative this time. Okay. Struggling to pay his rent and unable to buy a bar mitzvah present for his girlfriend, Joseph is desperate to earn some cash. He responds to an ad on a portobello mushroom, seeking participants to trial a new...
Hold on.
That's the new name of an... It must be an app.
Okay. Yep. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Seeking participants to trial a new sprinting medication.
Okay. Sounds like steroids, but okay.
The next day, he finds himself trapped in a room with no car seat, no lucky rabbit's foot, and no way out. Every time he falls asleep, he wakes to find a different coloured pill and a green tree frog.
Oh, God.
That last little twist, that actually got me hooked.
Really?
Yeah.
Question. Green tree frog. Does it talk?
Yeah, you'd have to wait and see. I get the feeling this will be a really psychedelic movie.
Yeah.
With the medication sort of tripping him out and what's real, what's not.
Yeah.
I kind of picture Jason Biggs as the lead. Like,
Okay.
the second you said Jewish, I just pictured Jason Biggs.
I never said Jewish. You guys
call
came
it,
up with that.
Where did the Jewish thing... Oh, bar mitzvah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, okay.
Let's call it Magic Portobellos.
Yeah, not
What do you
bad.
reckon? Because it's so psychedelic. Could work.
I mean, so...
3.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
yeah, done.
Why are you combining all the games? Now, Buschemi. Now you don't. So,
Ooh.
this is a game that I didn't come up with, but I thought was really funny, so I thought we should give it a go.
We should give credit where it's due.
It's from a podcast called Doug Loves Movies.
He does.
He definitely does.
He sounds like a movie lover.
Good old Doug Benson. Now, I'm going to give you 3 movie titles, and you tell me which one doesn't have Buschemi in it.
Okay.
Right on.
Okay.
Okay? Now, do you want to play individually or as a team?
Do you want to go team?
Yeah, let's do it as a team.
Okay.
Okay, Team Buschemi.
Team Beard, I reckon. Yep.
Okay.
Moving on.
The first one's Delirious. Second one is called Bored. And the third one is called Living in Oblivion. Which one is not a Buschemi vehicle?
Bored.
When I think Delirious, I think of like Eddie Murphy Delirious.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not that.
What's the...
I'm not going to give you any clues.
What was the final one?
You got to lock in your answer. So we've
Okay.
got Delirious, Bored, or Living in Oblivion. I tried to get thematic with these.
So one of these is not a Buschemi film?
Yes.
Okay.
You know
Two
what?
are,
I
one
would
isn't.
say Living in Oblivion would not be.
You reckon?
That's my guess.
Oh, you know what? I'll second you on that. I'll second you.
It's actually Bored. I just made that up.
Oh, burn.
Should've known. See, it's more a game of psychology about what the girl's making up.
Yeah. I didn't
Alright.
realise you were making up titles.
I may not, I may.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Now Buschemi, now you don't.
Ironically, there probably is a film out there called Bored. And imagine if it had Buschemi in it.
That would-
Just randomly.
I was like, oh, should I double check that the ones that I'm coming up with aren't ones that he's done? Because he's done heaps.
Yeah, he has done a lot of films.
Okay, so next we've got Double Whammy, Domestic Disturbance, or Fire in the Hole.
Double whammy, domestic disturbance, or fire in the hole.
For whatever reason, I'm feeling Fire in the Hole because that sounds like an action flick, personally.
It also sounds like something the girl would make up.
So that's your final answer?
Yeah, let's back
Let's give
I'll
that a
back you
crack.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I made that up.
You did make it up?
Yeah, because it was in Terminator 2 that we saw last night.
Fire in the Hole.
Yeah, Fire in the Hole.
I love that bit.
Beautiful.
Finally, The Search for One-Eyed Jimmy, In the Soup, or The Sleepwalker.
I think I might have seen The Sleepwalker. I know that was called Sleepwalkers Disregard.
In the soup?
You sure it wasn't
One-Eyed
called
Jimmy?
Sleepwalk with Me?
Maybe. I don't know. It's like a Stephen King movie.
Ah, no, different.
No? Okay.
Sleepwalkers?
The Sleepwalker.
The Sleepwalker, One-Eyed Jimmy, or In the Soup?
One-Eyed Jimmy sounds a bit fake, but so does In the Soup.
Yeah.
Is In the Soup an idiom? Like that's a thing? Like, oh, he's in the soup.
Let's go...
It could be. Like,
She's not giving us
like he's in
anything.
hot water kind of thing.
Yeah. Man, he's in the soup.
Oh, I could
don't
go
know
some
if that's
soup.
a thing. Because my
Are you
theory
hungry?
is...
Because I'm thinking
Yeah.
psychologically it could have been something that she
Yeah,
made up.
true.
Come on, guys. Now Buschemi, now what's your answer?
I'm going to go In the Soup.
Yeah, I think In the Soup.
Ba-bow. I've made up The Sleepwalker.
Ah, damn.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay.
You got me!
You got us more than you didn't, basically.
Yeah.
We got bird.
We got 1 in 3, statistically right.
So does he
Not
do
bad.
this segment, the other podcast, does he do this segment only with Steve Buscemi?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He doesn't do it all the time. I think he only did it like twice.
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking, like, there'd be a finite amount of,
Yeah.
like, film. He
Yeah.
does have a very big body of work, doesn't he?
I could do that a few more times.
Yeah?
Easily. Yeah, that game.
Which actor do you think has, like, one of the biggest bodies of work? Like, who gets a lot of work? I reckon someone like Sam Jackson would be up there. Like, he's in a lot of weird stuff.
You know what? There's a guy that I know called Keith David, the guy from Community. Recently.
Yeah.
I think he's 400 titles or something like that. Crazy.
Who's he in Community?
He is in the new season of Community.
Yeah.
He's the black dude. That's
Dude, yeah, he
replacing-
was in Requiem.
Yeah,
One of
so
my favourite films.
Is he a character actor?
Let me pull up his filmography right now. Keith
This-
David, born in New York.
I reckon Steven Tobolowsky would have heaps too.
Who's he?
He's the guy.
Here we go. 244
Jesus.
movies that Keith David's been a part of.
That's huge.
What was your name, Jules? Steve what?
Steven Tobolowsky.
Yeah, he's in quite a few as well.
How many?
Now that I see his face. 238.
Yeah.
Wow. Very, very close. Good one.
Yeah.
What about like more leading men? Who do you think would be up there for leading men? Like, you know, like the big guys.
I don't know. I think that'd be...
Like your Brad Pitts and stuff.
Yeah. Like, they're obviously a little bit more selective, but they still, you know, some of them get around and do quite a few films. Sam Jackson has been in 163.
That's
which
mega.
is still a fucking decent amount of films.
Yeah.
And he's done, like, some really varied work, but he always just plays Sam Jackson like an angry black man yelling at people. You reckon we wrap it up?
What do you guys say we wrap it up?
I reckon we'll wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
So this is Haircut and the Beard. If you have enjoyed the show, make sure you hit us up on iTunes with a rating, 5-star rating, and leave us a little comment there, help boost our name. You can tweet to us at HaircutBeard, or also email us haircutandthebeard@gmail.com. I'd like to thank a very special guest for joining us today, the girl.
Thank you for having me back.
You're welcome. And thanks to my co-host, Rob the Beard Brown.
It was a pleasure as always, even in my weakened state.
Go to bed, Robbie.
Yep.
My name is Vader, aka Haircut. Thanks for joining us on Haircut and the Beard. Ciao, ciao.
See ya.
Later.